camera na phone. Enya me this up picture camera na cause. I know, but fix it. When you mean to make us say it's not good for production. Abusia for your mama nyina akwaba eba in the new Jimmy Day. So in the title no and as a topic in a dutwem stronko kra yene counselor Charlotte Odro and eba betwetwen komo into Michelle Sabre for onye na onye so friend ni a Jimmy Day na so topic no marriage communication in marriage into no ehuya see maybe I say it's actually a topic that was requested by the masses and it is here today. Into say wangsa won be see nkonya na sa won fra onwa na onwa be hwe bi betie bia na wangsa esewara. Even if it's not even marriage couple now, in relationships, there are a lot of communication that needs to go on. And I know it's very important if we do have that in place. Sabre Mestral said, Obepa kuya na fedie yedi djumede no nansi na ebe sha ase no yebe kwakọ da aboafo aso yasene na yedi djumede ebro omase na teacher ne dikan any feel good services also up a mental health educator bia pometra kwan feel good services at gmail.com biom open apartment and I say Airbnb papa okoda and I say kotra ho awaso bedroom no nya atenkapa and one feel good homes and I make am farm out anywhere busia nyina omo ewo East Legon Hills into no per number no from 513-372-5758 and also email you more feelgoodservices@gmail.com. Happy Glow GH so say brand they be your pedicure, manicure, any acrylic nail design be also ye biana. Bra more Ashaman Estate 20 meters away from Community Hospital, no? Right opposite Veggies and Grow, Navidomino in the Inktown. Oswald Wellness LLC, SA Open Family Nurse Practitioner, and I say be a bit my IV hydration, and I say primary care manager cry in terms of weight management in your so no Mr. Shishomicha Kwan 513-268-2740. Also, and I may come for amount also anywhere busia and Millicent also say bra na wow no chok kwan power betimi afa so save great amount college fund ebiom no obegeti away from all those obegeti you away from all those go farm in the man concerning having a beautiful life insurance plan for yourself and your family. Into Millicent HR Kwan 937-321-2270 and that's a 937-270-9882. Tatop said Mr. Sabre won't download the app now, not just say one because I wire bro. I will boost your phone in as well, bro. Teach your mom more Ghana because Quine Bear soon after send this coffee. Rating it to say security system that was our app so to say. Make a vote up send them out and will boost your phone in Mr. Download the app no for promo code PK P-KAY extra promo code no. So this promo code nation move here. First transaction will be $15 on your first transaction. Seliska koma busia for ewo Ghana na fedie omasum enjomo. Very very easy, very simple, very secured and reliable. O send you so pa na da ho internet tap send. O tap him you na now send you na fedie. The third steps no will just take you right to nipa no account mo. Pay we na pedien. Tap send papa no. Sabria ye be call na fedie you say counselor nyem by dia you be quick commercial break be na afidie you get everything ready na Michelle first akwenye so ne from you na so fenanya me home for me papa until I say ultimate say my slow kakra but mo fan chemi say de adwuma na to ye ho so no kwa de ye be adwuma no ye be kokofa de abram muni ho ye ni ho ye so ankofa abram hwan ene be bram Israel. From your now, your son, Freddie, you're not fiddy. You need you, media, kama. Madam, I say.
I was at one, your friend Calibos, the only boss with what is. Do you know about TapTapSend? Unima Metro. TapTapSend is one of the easiest, convenient, reliable money transfer app you can get. You can download TapTapSend on Google Play Store or App Store. We download it and then you register. Register and you are good to go to send money across every place, many countries in the world. TapTapSend. Why wouldn't that? I was at one, your friend Calibos, the only boss with what is. Do you know about TapTapSend? Unima Metro. TapTapSend is one of the easiest, convenient, reliable money transfer app you can get. You can download TapTapSend on Google Play Store or App Store. We download it and then you register. Register and you are good to go to send money across every place, many countries in the world. TapTapSend. Why wouldn't that? I was at one, your friend Calibos, the only boss with what is. Do you know about TapTapSend? Unima Metro. TapTapSend is one of the easiest, convenient, reliable money transfer app you can get. You can download TapTapSend on Google Play Store or App Store. We download it and then you register. Register and you are good to go to send money across every place, many countries in the world. TapTapSend. Why wouldn't that?
Yankutuna sio nyameno no. Yanana sia wa maya tamfuate shoko. Hey, dia wa ne dia no. Wayama na yamenwanwa. Hey, wayama na timwa. Atamfuate shoko. Ghana for me the unbreakable joy is blessing. Oh, share HRETV. Koswana she. Now be inshira unbreakable. Keep it locked.
Check the statistics. What from beaucoup d'État on my big six. We remove all the girls, logistics. You want here top speed, Olympics. Yo, what up, people? It's your boy Natalie, and I'm watching HRETV, man. Keep it locked. Badman operator.
Hello, guys. It's your girl Pamela Odame Watara, and I just want to recommend HRETV for you guys for all your latest interviews. Just stay tuned at HRETV. I love you all guys.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching me live on HRE TV. HR, His Royal Majesty. Oh my goodness, I love the name of this TV. HRE TV. Oh my goodness. Just catch us live on YouTube. Just go there, HRE TV, and click subscribe, and then get update on everything that they put there, and then watch them also live on Facebook. When you hear the name HRTV, you are talking about television that comes from the heart. Oh, HRTV. Oh,
Good morning, children. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, R, E, H, R, E, H, R, E, TV. Go and watch H, R, E, TV. Bye bye. H, R,
Yankutuna sio nyameno no. Yanana sia wa maya tamfuate shoko. Hey, dia wa ne dia no. Wayama na yamenwanwa. Hey, wayama na timwa. Atamfuate shoko. Ghana for me the unbreakable joy is blessing. Oh, share HRETV. Koswana she. Now be inshira unbreakable. Keep it locked.
Check the statistics. What from beaucoup d'État on my big six. We remove all the girls, logistics. You want here top speed, Olympics. Yo, what up, people? It's your boy Natalie, and I'm watching HRETV, man. Keep it locked. Badman operator.
Hello, guys. It's your girl Pamela Odame Watara, and I just want to recommend HRETV for you guys for all your latest interviews. Just stay tuned at HRETV. I love you all guys.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching me live on HRE TV. HR, His Royal Majesty. Oh my goodness, I love the name of this TV. HRE TV. Oh my goodness. Just catch us live on YouTube. Just go there, HRE TV, and click subscribe, and then get update on everything that they put there, and then watch them also live on Facebook. When you hear the name HRTV, you are talking about television that comes from the heart. Oh, HRTV. Oh,
Good morning, children. A B C D E F G H R E H R E HRE TV. Go and watch HRE TV. Bye bye.
Alright, bushafo ya damase se motiki sa kwenye na modi share videos no ama adofo ni ebusuafo nyina asa omombra ama link no ama ebusuafo ni adofo nyina so omonya embra mbti adwumede yi. Biom topic ne ye communication in marriage. Into no kwanya ye befa so edin kita ho na afedie yetimi I express ye ho akire ye ho ewa awarem ene anase bia relationship mu. Ye be sha sesi a ba answer na ye be say A class anase Danny anase Uncle Jimmy wo hono ma be ma any updates from Tatap Center catch na afedie ye ne Reverend Charlotte Ashishe Jubede so in the yen check cry into Mr. So questions no one ma for questions in your brantem ni intimi sorry Jubede so na bibia enye kama Tatap Center for am I any update from Tatap Center pamacho.
For your mom na madro, mama kwaba. About time of startup center. May drive at the moment it's my pack of pound kaka ana issue. To mfacha me kakra. At the moment, the bit me kakra bit my can say we'll continue to strengthen the rate, to the best possible that we can. So that Chief Dave they be our canon, you could do my giving answer. No, but more dear say, yeah, your tier for and I say your customers, in your moon free, we give them the best possible rate as we can. Now, they bet me answer a free out of one and say, Uncle Swa and reach out if there's any activities or anything going on in your community. Please reach out to our various reps, so at least we can also reach out and see how best we can help us from that point so as well. Relating to the wallet, so and before so so eduma and check US for so everything then it will come to USA very soon. For the UK, more for UK in Europe so move me akoso akachon so mukoso into Tatap Center and the wallet so at the moment we've created the cities wallet that. So in Penfogo, share the local currency of Krona or so a wallet and so ever. So in your app, goes a million two wallet or app. Like for instance, you can win see this wallet and a pound wallet, or European so the same thing, Cities wallet and Euro wallet. By the time I remember US, next a BBI then Abia my USA phone so much then I'm a BBI koso kama so I then I'm nti kakra ye won mo ma etiefo na ahwefo so no tie the masipi monko so I'm believing Tatap Center and we'll continue to give you the best possible as we can and we can't wait for your mama sister in your Charlotte so obey deliver the topic and so I might ask she has always been doing. God bless you all. Thank you.
Yeah, that's A class for the updates from Tatap Center catch here. Sabre ebema Sena A class guy, yeah, mammy, yaba, the Bibia, Reverend Charlotte Ojo Akwaba. Reverend Akwaba Bajumede so.
Yeah.
One my triple dose in there, any day toss of me, sir, ebium, or Cameron Miss Ross, on and any same mamma.
Oh, I dream when you come.
But Miana may have, Miana may have, Miana may have. In that me home for me to me, how be brave.
Yeah, cry me okay, and high home.
And I want to be an assignment.
We are I'm just tired.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little. Is it okay?
So we use iPhone 1.
Yep.
Maybe our lucky rotation was through. So lucky rotation the Ochiana and Chia.
I just did it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
So
maybe it's coming from my end. It's working like that. I don't know about you.
She said they watch you. Would you be general with him? Into the other.
But what's happening? It should be. Is it okay?
No,
I don't know.
It's not the usually can you nanka yo.
I don't know why today me I don't know. Because I'm working, I'm doing it. It's not working.
Me who say ochia no, but ochia it doesn't rotate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
Mm,
young
then-
corner, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
I think it's okay now. Is
Yes,
it okay?
yes, it's better now. Okay. Into no odiafa in common for the past 3 weeks, unia di nkomo wa maya tini baby ase concerning choosing a life partner, part 1 and 2. In the middle of having choosing a life partner, no, which alluded into next topic, which was communication in marriage, you know. Ama if you crap on pana obe handle topic was like, no, the way I was treated, I didn't know. Your mount also because net and flow. And that was the beauty of it. With that being said, you know, how does communication or how must communication be presented in marriage and relationship? So if you a relationship more communication is said also sequel Osha Kasa can take different and communication can have different forms, verbal, non-verbal, formal and informal. And ebiom no bebia also so communication bit mass bebre ebia sebi obi o rural no when they talk to their partners, they talk down on their partners instead of talking to their partners. But when you realize, you say, when the more you get to the city side of life now, it's more or less like, right, but in the beer water, the sense, you have to understand, say, you talking down on people do not get you results, but rather talking to people get you results. So how do we communicate in our marriages and relationships?
All right, thank you. And once again, good evening to everyone. And it's been beautiful journey with your people, and we're all learning. So communication, it's where both sides can relate or can come to understanding of what our needs are or what we are really looking for. Communication is when we speak in connection of how the other party feels and creates a platform to understand or make sure there is understanding between the two parties. Communication is looking for solution. Communication is not being selfish, it's trying to be selfless when there is an issue. Communication is not being you, but being us. If you're talking about communication in marriages or relationships, communication means a place of sacrifice, a place where I know the needs and the wants, and I hear the cry of my partner, and I can communicate to their cry, and they can respond to how I communicate to them. So if you are in a relationship and you don't know the ways to communicate to your partner, you don't know the signs and how to communicate to your partner, you don't know the kind of things you must do to get to your partner, if you don't know how to get results out of situation with your partner, then there is a problem. Many people think that I communicated to him, I communicated to her, but you end up realizing that there was no communication. It was just a talking. You cannot just talk whilst the other party don't understand what you're saying. If I'm communicating right here and I'm speaking in French, and the audience that are listening to me don't understand French, but they understand English, and I don't speak English and I speak French, I'm not communicating, I'm just talking. But I'm going to speak to a congregation I have information about, that they love English and maybe other languages, then I need to understand how or the kind of language I might use. I need to know my audience, what interests them, what they want to hear, and how they want to hear things, how I will present it to them. I've already done my background search and I know how to get them to follow me, because I am hitting where they want it, how they want it, because I've done my research. I'm saying this because most of us are in a relationship and we don't even know who our partners are. And we think that I communicated and she didn't do it, he didn't do it. No, they are not in for me, they don't love me, they are not with me. No, how did you communicate to the person? And how did you make sure that your communication was well received? And how are you working to get your result? So communication is not because I sat him down, I sat her down and I told her my mind. No. Who are you speaking to? Who is your partner? How did you understand them? How emotional are they? So how do I choose my words if I'm dealing with somebody who is emotional? How do I use words? Which environment am I supposed to communicate to the partner? It means a lot. And some people, they will not even say much, but the environment they introduce to you speaks everything to you. The kind of movies they want you to watch, the songs they play for you to listen, it speaks a lot to you. You'll be able to catch up or connect to what they want to say. So communication differs depending on who your partner is, depending on the research you've made about your partner, depending on how you want that relationship to go, depending on how long you want to sustain that relationship, and then depending on who you want to be with. If you want to communicate, please don't communicate only for you alone to understand, but make sure you communicate for the other party to also understand and move along with you. That is communication. It goes a long way. It's a very broad one, but it differs when it comes to individuals. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. This is very, very deep. Very, very deep. So, what are some of the aspects now we need to look at in terms of partners who are not willing to communicate? Because you
There
can't
is no
force people to
relationship.
talk.
Then there's no relationship.
But
You
what if they
cannot
don't?
build a relationship if you don't want to talk. Why don't you want to talk?
But what if they go like, oh, Sana Mite?
No. Oh, Sana, I'll tell you, you want to be a relationship. Tina baby, and compare Penacora. Baby, not now. Fast out. You cannot be Sana Mite in a relationship. There are some things that we can adjust it. There are some things that we need to keep the way it is. Yes, we can keep it. But one thing in life is that we need to learn for change. We can't be the same. As we are all growing up, were you like this growing up? As you grow, you learn. Experiences, information helps you to grow. How you think changes. When we went back in essence, we had a different thought. I was telling somebody that the people we went out with or had those kind of relationship while we were young, there are some of them that we regret that we went into a relationship with them. That's where you are today. You understand? You realize. So this was the one I was so crazy about. You're like, what was I thinking? You could see that. Sorry to use the word. He's a mumu, a serious mumu, but you were dying for the person that time because in that state your level of thinking wasn't higher. But as we grow in life, as we experience it, like as we acquire much education, much information, and as the environment continues to change, it must change. So we grow. We can't be the same. So if you don't want to communicate with a partner, don't be there.
Wow. I see the questions started tripping in today. I think the presentation is probably going to be short with a lot of questions and answers. Wow.
Yeah, I think the questions will be okay. A lot of them will be okay.
Let's go read some questions. I was gonna wait for you to go a little bit but let's go read some questions.
Okay.
So this lady, what's her name? She was on the show last week. Producer, do you remember the lady's name? She asked, can you please mute yourself when you come on the show, please? She was on the show last week. She asked a question, and I told her question was meant for today. Oh man, I forgot her name. Lenny. I think her name is Lenny. She was on the show last week. She has a very beautiful question, but the question was meant for today. All right. The show must go on whether sick or no sick. Speedy recovery. Thanks. This is from the legendary actress Vivian Acho. Thank you so much for always being on the show. I can't say this name. Dec Delas. I hope I did not butcher your name. Forgive me if I did. How does different communication styles needs to be handled in a relationship? Beautiful question for you.
It's a very beautiful one. That's why I'm saying that we do our research. It's like you have a conference and it's in a different African country, and you cannot just say because you've spoken in different conferences, therefore you know how to handle it. No, you don't do that. You do research. You do background research. Know your audience, who you're going to speak to, the kind of people you're going to speak to, what they can relate, what can catch them to listen to you. You may be speaking wisdom, but they are not communicating to them. So you need to get your research done and know how to handle such situation. So I cannot go my own way and say that this is the way I do it, so that's how I'm going to do it. No, this may be the way you do it, but there's a different congregation you're going to meet. How do you handle it? That is how it goes. You have different style of communicating. That is the way you were brought up. And your partner has a different style of communicating. What do we do? Okay, I want you in my life. I want to build a life with you. But this is how you do your things. And this is how I do my things. How can the two of us come to the middle? We don't go 50% or 70%, 30%. No. We need to have a mindset that I carry 50, you carry 50. Let's meet in the middle and come to a place where we can have equal understanding. No, this may be my style, but because I'm in for you, there are some things I need to release my guard and allow you to also come in. So whilst I am sacrificing some part of it, you can also sacrifice some part of it. Then the two of us can sit and say, okay, what do we do? When the two people are in agreement that we have differences in communicating, but as far as the two of us are ready to make it work and we want each other, some of us or some of the things that we are comfortable with may not suit the other party. What do I do? How do I adjust it? If it will not hurt me, if it will not kill me, then I'm ready to let some part go so the other part can also let go some of the part, so we'll be able to come into a place where we'll be comfortable with each other and talk. Otherwise, the two of you don't need to be together. If you think you want to stay in your lane and doesn't want to give a place for the other party so you can come to a place of understanding, don't be with the person. If you know you've made your search and the way you communicate doesn't suit the way the other party does it, and neither are you ready to let go of one or two things so you can come to a place of understanding, please don't waste your time being with that party or forcing the person to get to your way. It doesn't work like that. So it's a decision you must take. Because when it comes to love and relationship, a lot of sacrifices go into it. Not sacrifices that will kill, but sacrifices of change for the next level. Sometimes we should open up for a change. You may not like it in the beginning, but later you realize, oh, okay, it wasn't too bad. It was okay. Let's open up to other things and see whether if it's not going to kill you, then why not? Experience it, learn it. For the betterment of the other party, let's do it. But if you know that change will kill you, I won't advise you to do that, because we don't marry or we don't go to relationship to die. No, we are not. It's not a do or die affair. No, it's a place of peace, a place of growth, a place of sacrifice, a place of understanding. If these things are not there, there's no growth, there's no peace, there's no love, there's no understanding, then you are in the wrong place. You need to find your right place where you'll be comfortable to communicate and not be afraid of what the other party thinks or how the other party sees you. If you make your partner feel that way, it'll be difficult for it to end well. There'll be issues.
Before I go into my personal question, I mean, it's not my personal question. I want to anybody stand there. So somebody tested me that question. So before I go into that, let me go ahead and do the follow-up question from Dec Delage. He or she says, when both parties are in their corner, what is an easier way to bridge? I think he or she meant to say bridge the gap. To bridge the gap, any tips or resources? This is the case whereby...
Right, so
go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
No, this is the case whereby I think he or she is trying to say, you know, I did my corner, I don't like to talk. This person also did my corner, I don't like to talk. So how do we bridge that gaps between them? And I think that is where it falls into your field of therapy and consultations, no?
Yes. When it gets to that, maybe both of them are ready and they're in love, but they don't know how to break themselves to have a place of, you know, that intimacy, communication, friendship, because of where they're coming from or the backgrounds they are coming from. So they don't even know how to do it, but they yearn for it, they desire it. But I love to be in my corner. I don't want to get involved, but I still want to be in the relationship. Such people, you take them through process. It is when they are willing for the process. Because some people were built in a state that they may love you, but it will be difficult for them to break themselves. They don't even know how to do it. Not that they don't want to do it, but they don't even know how to start it. So first of all, we meet people like that. We tell them, what are you looking for? I say, Mommy, I want this, but I'm used to this. Then you tell them, okay, do you want to give it a try? Then the person will say, okay, I want it, but how do I start? That is when you want to let them know, okay, do you know how to create a conversation? Some people even don't know how to create a conversation. They don't know what to say and how to say them. If you are that type and you go for the same party like you, the two of you will be very boring. You will die very early. Because we have too much stress to be in our corner. Sometimes you need somebody that will worry. Sometimes you need some of us who are hot to worry you. You will be cool, but the person will be there worrying you, sit on you, jump on you, pull your legs.
Jump on you, say.
It's you see your problem. This is
no, but if you say sit on you there, I know said that jump on you no could bunny pan
Hold on, this is love jumping, it's not serious jumping. This one too.
Okay.
You're taking it serious. Love jumping, do we hurt? We don't hurt. It's like love touching. It's like I punch you small, you punch me so. That one is stop beating.
So you punch me small, I punch you small. The next day you have small marks. Would that be a small problem?
Can you be punching so bad to get marks? Then you, the person, are you in the bush trying to break wood and stones? If you know in your village you are breaking stones, don't punch anybody. You will kill people. Don't punch them. Those people who were breaking stones and in the bush getting wood and sticks, please, you don't punch. Except those who were.
You don't do love punches.
Because for them they will kill you. It's like a punch, but they are killing you. Except those who were living in the Dada B area, their punching is ow, those things. You go like that with it. But those who are breaking stones, they don't do ow. You say punch, they punch you on the floor. So it depends on your partner you are punching with. Be nice. Okay. Those who are in abroad, they won't want you to die. It's to be a play. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes, you see, we need to break some things out of our life. If this is your partner, this is the person you love, and you are in one room, it's in another room, and we are all doing our own thing. When we see each other, good morning, good evening, we are done. This is not healthy. That environment is not good for children. It's not good for even yourself. So what do we do? Okay, I love to have a conversation, but I can't start. I want him to start. He doesn't also know how to do it. Then what do we do? What makes you happy? Do you want to listen to a music? Okay, fine. What kind of music do you want to do? Or what music do you want to listen? So whilst you're playing the music and all that, can you just go close to your partner? Some of the things needs to be taught. Go close to him. Does he love to be touched? Does he want for you to lay your head on them? They may not know how he feels. Can we give it a try? So whilst I'm playing the song, I may put my head on you. Are you okay? Whilst I do that, I hold your hands. You see, the moment you do that, you open people up. Once I hold your hands, you start communicating. Are you okay, babes? Are you fine? How was your day? How did things go? Are you comfortable? You see, give it bit by bit. They will open up to share. Okay. They won't say much for the first instant. Oh, it was okay. Though I was a little stressed, it was okay. It's okay. Just relax. Let's listen to the song and feel comfortable. That particular song can make the two of you fall in a place where he can just or she can just open and say, I love you. I love this. I would love to do it again. So the next time you go around, he's busy or she's busy, say, if you're less busy, can we have a good time for ourselves? Sit somewhere, play something. You see, we need to make the effort. So somebody need to coach them to that place where they can start little by little and get each other's interest and enjoy it together. We cannot be in our corners and expect the relationship to be okay. It doesn't work like that. Somebody must break forth, break out, and do something else to keep the two of you together.
All right. So I see the questions coming a lot. I don't want to lose the question that came from the test. So the person wants to know, how do you differentiate between communication and confrontation? Because most of the time, it looks like in our Ghanaian home settings, it's more of confrontation than communicating your point across. So how do we differentiate between confrontation and communication?
Communication is seeking for the other party's opinion. Communication is seeking for the other party's involvement. Communication is seeking for us to talk, looking for solutions, seeking for peace. Confrontation is speaking for war. Confrontation is a one-way thing. It goes with anger. Confrontation is what I've heard, what I want to say. And it goes with anger, and it doesn't help. Maybe per what you have heard, per what somebody told you, per what you saw. Some people come and they won't even give you a chance to explain yourself. They come in an anger form. They come in a way of questioning. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? You see, if you get to that place, you either make the other party shut up and doesn't tell you why or what brought that issue. But communication is meeting a mature person, though they may be angry, but they are not letting their anger destroy their relationship. But they're ready to listen to the other party, why they did what they did, and ready to listen to them, not hear them and just jump over, but listen to them and try to understand what they are saying and looking out for ending in peace, getting a solution for it. So confrontation comes with war. Communication comes for peace. That's the two different things. You communicate to get peace. Confrontation comes with war. Yeah, that's it.
Even nipa na ya dibi na crowd try to find
Sweet,
a better
we are good to go.
way to talk about it. All right, so
Better way
lady
to
says
communicate. Better words.
better words and way and place. Lady says, if any time you start a communication about finances and it ends in argument, what do? Every other communication is okay except I'm sorry. Except finances and joint account saving issues. Lady, we are gangster mate. Lady Jibu too. I think this is something that you see a lot in a lot of movies. But one thing I realize is 80% of the arguments in relationships and marriages are based on the foundation of money, finances. 80%. Go ahead.
You see, from where we are coming from and experiences we've had and some of the wicked plays of some partners, when you get into finances, it's very, very, very difficult to communicate to people. I'm not the type that can judge on joint account or not, because I don't do joint accounts. I have nothing against it, but I don't do it.
Why?
Let me say, my husband is not a keeper. He doesn't keep money. He's the type that will even spend without considering tomorrow. I say, I'm a saver. I say,
okay. Now, okay. Or if you don't know, okay. Then
I'm speaking the truth. I'm not lying.
Okay.
And that's who he is. I don't lie. I speak the truth, and he knows it. Everybody knows it. If I'm a spender, I'll tell you what is there to hide. What I'm trying to say is that not that he's a bad person. No, this is who he is. He doesn't know how to save for tomorrow. He loves it to give it out without even knowing that we have tomorrow. That is who he is. That is the good aspect of him. Without thinking tomorrow, what if I don't have it? I have case, emergency, and we have to be calling people for help. I don't believe in that. I believe in save for tomorrow. I believe in you don't need to be running around when things happen and you are now running around to get something. No, I don't believe in that. So the two of us are in agreement that, you know what, if my husband gets to know I have this huge amount of money or like this, he must make sure we do something with the money for the money to be gone. He doesn't want to see that it must go. And I also believe that we have kids. We are building the future. Anything can happen. I don't believe in calling people. Hey, emergency, I need this. You will lose so many things if you are like that and you are relying on people. I don't believe it. I believe at least there should be something holding us. That should, in case emergency comes and somebody even want to help you, you have something you are holding before they can help you. And he knows that is his weakness. And people like that, he makes you understand this is his weakness. What do we do? How do we do it? So we come to a place of calculator. You know what? Let me do this. Let me keep this. You have this and do this. And then we all be comfortable. I won't rule, but as far as I am involved, he knows there's something safe with me. And he wouldn't have a problem of giving it for me to save it. So that everything he does and is going on, he knows that, oh, when it comes to her and I call on her for the future, there's something she's saving. We communicate that. Growing in the marriage with time, we had issues in the beginning of money and all that. He likes it. I want to get it. Let's do this. I was like, no, we may want it. We need to get it. But is it the appropriate time to do it? So we all talk together, we speak it out. We may be angry one way or the other, but at the end, we look for peace. Okay, which one is the best way? I want it this way, you want it that way. But let it not be you, let's look at the future for the betterment of the two of us. So sometimes it's difficult to communicate it, but because we want to end in a better place, we talk and we discuss it. You understand? We talk and discuss it. And then, but there are some of the partners that they won't accept their weakness. They won't agree to their weakness. Let me give you this example of a couple I'm talking to. They are in UK, and the woman is a nurse. And with what she tells me, she earns more than what the husband makes. So they came to agreement that no, they want to build a company here in Ghana. So the woman may not have the time to be coming in. So they agree that, okay, no matter how much my husband earns or whatever earns, this is our agreement. Let's use my husband's money for the upkeep of the home and the bills. The mine will be going to the company we want to build in Ghana. So every time it's the husband that leaves UK to Ghana building the company while she stays with the kids in UK. Let me tell you this, to her shock. After 3 years to 4 years that she said, okay, it is time for me to come to Ghana and come and supervise whatever we are doing. Yes, she came, the businesses were there and everything was working. But to her shock, in the documentations of the company, she wasn't part of it.
Wow.
The documentations were in the names of the husband and the husband's side chick. And to her surprise, the house they have built in Ghana, that she thought that anytime they come in, that's where she will stay with the kids. The husband has built it, yes, but it's the side chick staying in the house. And even in the house, the documentations and names are not part. And as I'm speaking to you, this thing is in court now. But in court, there is no evidence that shows that you gave your husband the money. And the husband said all that is from him. You see, if somebody gets a chance on this information like this and is going to get married, do you think they have a different thinking when it comes to finances? Because the wife trusted the husband. We communicated that because your money is not enough, let's handle it at home and build so that money can be shipped to Ghana whilst we build our businesses. And that was done. But because we are married, there was no documentations on it. And today, another woman has a sign on her suffering. So if somebody listening to this and tomorrow you tell that person that she's coming from a story like this and you tell it to the next person she goes into, they should have joint communication or joint money, they will do it because she has experience. So, you know, sometimes it is the people we get involved with that brings bad intention in other people. There's nothing wrong if you can do joint accounts that before each and whoever goes into it, everybody is aware before we go into the account and we know why the joint account is there. It's peaceful, we can do it. If the two of us in agreement, we can have a separate account, we can do it. Everything we are doing, if we can discuss it, it's a family. Now what is yours is mine. There's nothing to fight about. Can we do it this way? If there can't be something like that, let's go for it. But then if you get to know your partner is in this level and per the information or the experience they have, let's be wise in communicating finances with each other. Who we are married to. It's very, very important. It's very, otherwise, many people have putting themselves into joint accounts, and it's a good thing how God wanted. You see, the Bible said in the beginning it wasn't so, but because of our stubborn heart, we have messed everything up. What was wrong if the two of us have the same money, the same account? There's no problem. But situations and the hearts of men change the ordinances and the way God wanted things to be. God, nobody knows tomorrow. Tomorrow, if the other party changes and they want to move or do something else, if you are not careful, your suffering for years will be given to other party, somebody else to come and enjoy. So if there's going to be financial talk, it will take the two of them to come to a place of maturity and a place of peace to understand. Let's come to this conclusion. Let's have this peace. How do we do it? How will it help us? It should be helping both. We should be part in contributing. We should be part in discussing if this money must be used. Otherwise, my darling, I'm telling you this, the stories are different. And it's very difficult when it comes to finances.
Wow. So this is the thing, right? About a couple weeks ago, we treated this topic, finance in marriage. That was about a couple weeks ago, by Dr. Richard Egan. So he treated the finance in diaspora marriage, and we there was a part that he did talk about. He does not think everyone's supposed to be in a joint account, even though it's a good thing to have. But there was another point that he made. Let's say, for instance, you get married to somebody that has a whole lot of debt, and you're trying to help the person come out of that debt. And think about you having a joint account with the person, and that person is using all the money you guys are making to take care of the debt.
To sort it out.
Or you have that same issue, whereby you have so much debt, the lady has no debt, and now everything must be paid for you because you're going through that stuff. It's actually a way to help you out instead of we taking everything. But at the same time, he did also mention the fact that you can both have your money and contribute towards a joint account out of everybody's paycheck. So let's say if it's $500 every month, $1,000 every month, that $1,000 goes into the joint account. We use that to take care of unforeseen circumstances or future, travels and leisures and stuff like that, where both of you come individually and help take care of the bills that are day-to-day activities. So I'm glad that has already been treated, because the next because you keep bringing topics out of our thoughts. But wow, this is very good. Let's go ask some questions. And in the next 12 minutes or less, we will open up the Zoom for people to really ask the question. Ramsey says roommate. I think the roommate was when you were talking about the communication and jumping all over the place. Then Cecilia says yes. So Cecilia's part. Then Nana Osei Safo says, please, could we discuss the concept of privacy within a relationship? I'm curious about the balance between maintaining individual privacy and fostering openness and trust. How do we ensure that both aspects are respected and aligned with our mutual understanding of a healthy relationship? Then Cecilia goes, OMG, with a crying emoji. Nana Osai, that is a very good topic. I will have the producers put the link to our WhatsApp chat room where we discuss all the topics and stuff like that. And you can join and put that over there. And I think that is something that we can add to the topics that we already have and just handle it since it's in line with this. But it will be with a different resource personnel. I don't want to, drive Reverend Charlotte to do away.
I won't be available.
Oh, Minkase Brala. I don't want to drive her away when we need her the most. So that topic will be treated by the lady who dodged the bullet for this topic. But yes, at this point, if you have any question, please unmute yourself and ask your question. If you can put a hand emoji up for us to call you, that would be perfect and awesome. But if you don't know how to do that, just go ahead and unmute yourself and talk. And if you're not speaking, just mute yourself so that everybody can listen to you. Also, we will put counselors' information over there for consultation. Since this will be her last time for a very long time before coming back, child, maybe 3 months, maybe 1 month later or 2 months later, depending on how much I can convince her. But yeah, please, we're gonna put her consultation information over there in case you have to contact her for any consultation. Just call, book an appointment, and just talk to her about it, and so that it can be tailored to your personal needs and your personal situation. And also the WhatsApp chat information will be put there for anybody to join and also ask your questions. But go ahead at this time, Michael's tab. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Tell us where you're calling from and your question.
Okay, my name is Michael, calling from Bronx, New York.
Bronx, New York. Michael, what's your question?
Okay, my question has got to do with, should I say, parents interfering in young relationships and marriages? Is it good, or we see it as something which is bad?
Parents interfering in
That's like a whole different topic, but you want to handle that with the communication.
It's a different topic.
This one is in-laws and
in-laws and marriages are a whole different topic. But again, you want to hit on that a little bit. Then I'm writing it down as part of the future topics.
Let me say a little about it. You see, when you want to get married, you need to let your both parents know their limits of how they can intrude into your home. They are your parents, yes, but the moment you get married, you need to let them know the boundaries and the level of things they can bring into your home. Let your home be respected. Let them be respected. But they shouldn't be intruding more into your home. And be careful how some of our parents, you open up your private life, like let me say your intimacy life with your partner to them. Okay. Let's be careful. It's not, you see, sometimes when we get married, because the way we are used to some of our parents, we think it's okay just to tell my husband's mother or my wife's mother that that's the way your daughter does this. No. Don't do it. Some things must be kept between you and your partner. And when you see the other party or the parent getting too much into it, you have to call your mother in order. Mommy, I love you. I love my wife. When it comes to my home, you don't do this. It is her place. Or he's my head. Daddy, don't get into my husband. I respect you a lot. But this man is my head, and I honor him as I love you as a father. You see, we need to let them know we are ready for marriage. We are mature enough, and therefore we can handle it. It will help. Otherwise, if they do too much, you are still not married, though. You are still boys and girls.
Okay, I hear, Counselor. I have a second question. Am I allowed?
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. My second question has got to do with this social media. Nowadays, you see a lot couples creating a social media handles. I don't know, you being a counselor and always talking to people, I think certain things have come to you. Is it a good idea for married couples to have so things, especially, forgive me if I'm being biased, on the side of the woman?
And before anybody will take a step to do that, they may have motives why they are doing it.
Okay.
They may have reasons why they want to do it. But from experience and from where I'm coming from, our advice, from where we stand, don't expose too much on social media with your partner.
Okay.
There were days that most of the time I was doing videos with my husband would come in and all that. I've stopped doing those things. I've stopped it. I don't do them again because it brought a lot to my life. Issues were big. We'll talk about that later. So, as far as it may be good to some people, but it's dangerous in the future. So, our advice, the picture we put out there, the whole world is watching. Billions of people are watching. There's not everybody that loves to see you happy like that. I prefer a private life when it comes to family. It's rather important to preserve some things. Yeah, it's better.
Thank you very much, Counselor.
Everybody has their own. Yeah, thank you. Everybody has the way they want. Thank you.
It was a big question hanging on my neck. But since you've been in the field for a very long time, I know how to deal with my woman. It's not going to be the force way, but it's going to be, as we are talking about, the normal communication. Hope you'll be on the same level, and at least the experience you have, I've downloaded some of the videos and copied some that I used to send to her. Unfortunately, I'm here, but she's in Ghana. So it's a little bit... So
You'll
thank
be
you very
okay.
much.
All right,
You
You'll
can
be
Michael,
go
okay.
thank
on.
you.
You all can, please.
So Renzi says, can you please elaborate on the impact of social media and external family on young relationships?
Oh, but we just said it. So that one is a big topic on its own. Influence on social media is a broad topic. And the extended family issue, you see, some of our people are not ready for marriage. Because there are some people, no matter what the husband tells them, they need to seek their permission from their mother or father before they come back to the husband and say, my father said we can go ahead with it. They are not ready for marriage. It becomes like you went to buy your own iPhone. Then the company tells you, put the phone on, call at this time. Don't call at this. I bought it with my money. You don't direct it again. But there are some people, no matter how much you pay for the iPhone, the company still controls it. And sometimes they'll tell you, you're talking too much on the phone. They off the phone. You can't, that's how it is. Like married to somebody like that. It becomes a little difficult if both parties are not matured enough to let their families know that you don't get to this boundary. Stay off. This is my husband. This is my wife. Whatever happens between the two of us stays here. You don't call my. I'm going to tell my mother. Some of the men will say, "Let me discuss with my big sister and see." Before you come back to your wife, you are not ready for marriage. You can't do that. So the extended ones are coming in and tuning in because one party is not doing his or her duty. You can't let your mother come in and go to your kitchen and say that my son eats this, so today I'm the one cooking. Mommy, that is not your kitchen. Go back to your husband's house and cook for your husband. This is my man. I respect you as my mother-in-law. But when you come to my home, I need to give you that permission to. And the son must be able to tell the mother that, hold on, you cannot just do anything like that. This is my wife, and this is a woman. Therefore, she controls it. You see, we need to put them in their place. And social media, my darling, the effect of social media when it comes to couples, one day I will speak about it, not now. It's dangerous. Very dangerous.
The next question is from Aka. And it says, sometimes when an issue comes up, there are people who would rather take some time to calm down and gather their thoughts to communicate later. Rather than communicate about the issue there and then. Is it a good trait to have? And if you have a partner like that, how do you deal with it? Wow.
It's a very big question. It's a very good question. Yes, that's why I said that before you enter into any relationship, know who you're getting into with. Your partner is very important. You know, there are some people, the moment the thing happens, they act right there. Such people are dangerous to be with. They don't even think before acting. They don't analyze the issues. They just act because they are angry. What they have heard, they act. Such people are dangerous. But there are some people, for the sake of wisdom, they want to go think about it. They want to have a second thought about it before they take their actions. So before you see them taking action, they've had second thought. They've weighed it out. They've looked for other options so that they don't hurt each other. They look for the best way to deal with whatever they have heard or their anger. You see, when you sleep over things, you calm down. You think right. You can speak right. But when you are angry in that situation, you may mess a lot of things up. So life, it's all about who your partner is and learning to know who your partner is, and you'll be able to move with it. So if you have a partner like that, I think you are safe. You will not be angry and beat you up, or she will not be angry and insult you. She will think 2-3 days before she speaks, and the words will come with wisdom, and be careful about them.
I understand that, but this I also, so there are also some people who are like that, right? But they will never come back and talk about it, especially
And
after
that's
a
bad.
day. After a day, when the thing dies off, then they'll like not talk about it. But when things propels to a different level, the first step that we never talked about, the second step, all the way to the 10th step that we never talked about, are all gonna be coming up again. So
No, we need to talk about it. You cannot say 2-3 days. We are not talking about it. No, then we can't solve it. We need to solve it. We need to find a better place where we are all down and we can speak in wisdom. We are not saying go 2 days and don't talk about it. It will come back, and when it comes back, it will hit very hard. So if the person doesn't want to talk about it, it's not a healthy relationship because we need to talk about it. We need to come to a place of a solution. We won't sleep over it because that's how you want it. It doesn't work like that. We must find the best way to talk about it. For the talking, there must be a talking.
Cool. And I also agree that everyone that decides to act on the spot makes a lot of mistakes because we have people who have already thought about what they would do when they fall in public, what they would do when they get embarrassed in public, what they would do when they get attacked in public, or whatever the situation is. So it's like those are premeditated stuff that they've already thought about. So me koji diane, me koji jollof or where did I say? I say me teshia, say jollof nikita mi adena meye. Am I gonna lay on the floor like I passed out? Or I'm just gonna get up, wipe it off, and just go sit down and eat my jollof? Or just, go to my car and just leave the wedding? I mean, I'm a typical example of people like that. I think about those things. So when stuff happens and I react, it's because I've already thought about what I would do about every circumstances.
So already, you have a mindset already. And what do you think is what happens? What would you be thinking if you go to... Oh, Jehovah.
So growing up, right, I hate embarrassment. And I wasn't shy, but I hate embarrassment. And I hate the fact that something will happen to me in public and everybody will, oh, JPK, that's shit. So I mean, there was a time I actually... faked sent my posse out, and now nobody was laughing. It was serious. So Charlie, good so and stuff like that, right? And as soon as they got me into the car, I was like, driver, for coffee. So, and this was in Ghana. I think I've had that thought since I was 15 years old. Like growing up, I was like, what if me call class and I say a question? That may not answer to the question now. Teacher, am I gonna try to dodge or try to act like I'm mad and just walk out of the class? Or, I don't know. It might be some weird thoughts, but they help me though. It helped me make some smart decisions when it comes to issues. Like for instance, if somebody slaps me in public, I'm not gonna tell you 2 days later, yeah, baby, cast ourselves. No.
No, you see, that answer is beautiful. But maybe only your slap can land the person dead. Do you know that?
Or maybe
the person slapped you. The person slapped you, you didn't die. But the kind of anger you will use to reply the person back, you kill the person.
Oh, don't die.
I don't.
Sending that watch, what? You've thought about the levels. Because this is not an armed robber. This is just, somebody who is not having a bad day and slapped you. So you just return the favor in good faith. But on a more serious note,
the level of the slap can make you kill somebody. And it will end you back. So sometimes
you have Renzi and Michael laughing. But yes, guys, it's 7 o'clock. We try to finish this show by 7:15 latest. So that means we have 12 minutes. And it's very late in Ghana where Councillor Charlotte Odro is at the moment. Producers, can you guys please project the WhatsApp chat and also Councillor Odro's information so that people can call and consult, okay? So please, if you have any question, please unmute yourself. And another question has come. What's it ask for me? How can a young married man be able to differentiate the role of his mother from the role of his wife? I think this is when they are living together.
Your mother is... The living together is the issue, but your mother is always your mother. And your wife is your wife. If you are living together, let your mother understand. When it comes to the decisions of the kitchen, decisions of the home, you decide with your wife alone. Your mother is a visitor in your home. She's still your mother, but she's your visitor. She is your mother and not your wife's mother. Therefore, your wife must respect her as your mother and give her the honor she deserves. But when there's a conversation between you and your wife, let your mother respect that conversation if she's not called to join. If you do that, it will help you. Your wife must also understand when you and your mother want to have a conversation, not sacking her, but she needs to know sometimes there's a conversation. She'll just want to say, "Hey, mommy, can I excuse you?" And she'll just go, not because she wants to excuse herself, but she's respecting the husband and the mother. That is it. So you, the man, must know that when it comes to your home, it's your wife that takes over. You decide together, you build together. You don't go to your mother to discuss what you and your wife must discuss. No, let her be your mother, and it stays like that. But building your family is only with you and your wife. If your mother has anything to do, she should stand in prayer for the two of you until it becomes too tough before you seek to go to her to get involved with whatever is happening. Apart from that, let her be a mother so your wife can take over her home and have peace in her home. Because staying with your mother-in-law is not easy. This is a very dangerous decision that if you are not careful, you have issues at home. If the two of them are not in agreement, you'll be torn between the two of them and it will mess you up. So sometimes I advise, if there is a means that you can get somebody or your mother has her own place, let her go. She can come visit, but to stay, unless you have a good woman who understands her role and be able to do it together. Apart from that, your home must be built between you, the husband, and the wife. Your mother continues to be your mother, but she has no place in your home.
And all this must be well communicated and not confronted about each other. Because then that will be a big issue. On YouTube, Agada says, "Wow, this is good." So this is coming from Agada on YouTube. Please unmute yourself if you have any questions or concern. Please unmute yourself and ask your question whilst we get the information for Reverend Charlotte Odro's consult information for you guys. Unmute yourself if you have any question. We have about 8 minutes to go ahead, lady. Lady, go ahead. Where are you calling from?
From New York.
Okay. What's your question, lady?
Reverend, thank you and God bless you. Is it good that the husband of the house decides to put up a building for the mother while he is not building for himself and his family, wife and children, and he decides to put up every extra income that comes towards the building of the house for his mother, and the building that they are putting up as a family, they are using the wife's savings to do it, where initially it was agreed that everybody will contribute into that savings, but he is not putting any money in it. Every extra income he gets goes into building for his mother. Is it wise? Is it okay?
There's a big error here. It is so wrong to use the savings of your wife in building for your mother. So that's so wrong. Was it discussed?
No, Reverend, clarify. The savings for the wife, building for the family, and his income, extra income, building for his mother.
Okay. So it means that the wife takes care of all the things when it comes to the home, and he takes his own to
building their house.
Okay, and then his own is for his mother.
Building for his mother.
Was it discussed? You cannot just do that until it's discussed, until the wife is okay and comfortable with it, until the respect of calling the two of you together. And the man say that, okay, this is the condition. Mommy is sick. And babes, we don't have a place for her to stay. I cannot do this without you. What do we do? You don't go ahead and say, I want to build for my mother. Then no. You just sit with your wife and say that this is the situation of my mother. I don't have other means and I cannot do anything without your consent. This is my income. This is yours. And you know how we're doing it. So what do we do in the state of my mother? What do we do? It needs to be discussed as far as it's the family. It needs to be discussed. No man has the right to say, because I am the head of the home, this is what we are doing. No, then it means that the order has changed. You don't do that. You need to communicate it. The two of you must, liberate it, go back, forth, and sit and say, okay, fine. Let's do it this way. If the two of you are in agreement, then okay, fine. Maybe she's sick, her state is bad. I don't mind to do that for you, but I'm not going to do this. No matter how you want it, let's do it this way. So that I also become, maybe me to my mother, two nieces. Your mother, two nieces. What do we do? Okay, then let's all do it privately. You do that for me, do that for my mother. Can we do it? Are we capable where we are? So this needs to be discussed. If my money is going to go into our building of our house or our home, and yours will be only for your mother, and it's not discussed, then it's not right here. It's not good. It is not the right thing for a man to do until he discusses with the wife and she's comfortable with that. Otherwise, it is not good and it's not right.
Any more question? Please unmute yourself and ask. We got 4 more minutes to go. Any more question, please? Reverend, whilst we're waiting on the next question, can you just go ahead and summarize everything with your final words, and I'm also dropping your information in there for people.
All right. In all this, I want us to know that if you're choosing a partner, get somebody that understands you, somebody that can hear you, somebody that listens to you, somebody that is ready to walk and work with you. Don't just love blindly. Don't love the wrong people. For if you can't communicate with your partner, it's the most difficult thing ever. Some people cannot even understand your way of communication, and they are refusing to even agree to your communication. If it goes like that, there is no relationship. You'll be in trouble. Love is not enough if we cannot have understanding when it comes to communicating. If you cannot hear me, if you cannot listen to me, if you can't feel what I'm feeling, then there is no relationship. So get somebody you can communicate right without even speaking. Your face can speak to somebody. Your tears speaks to that person, and they know what to do to make you feel okay. It's a beautiful thing to do. You need to love right, choose right, and communicate right. Thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you. Any question before she leave? We still got 2 minutes. Any question? She already dropped her. There's a question on Facebook for you. Sassy says, if we all learn to respect each other and play our part in our marriages and relationship, I believe no one will have issues. Parents should play their role, and so as couples. Sassy also goes to say, I believe if one's priorities are set straight home, and the extra money going towards the project is from their own private savings, I don't think it is a problem at all. And she goes on to say, but it would be nice and respectful to share your plan with your spouse, just to make sure just to make them feel that special. I totally agree. All right. Any more question? I will take the last question from Zoom. Before we let her go.
I'm sorry, if that wasn't the response to the question, could you please read that again? I couldn't quite hear you.
Which one are you talking about?
The last message you read.
She says, but it will be nice and respectful to share your plan with your spouse, just to make them feel that special. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, preceding that.
Oh, okay. Preceding that, she started with, if we all learn to respect each other and play our part in our marriages and relationship, I believe no one will have issues. Parents should play their role, and so as couples. Then she goes on to say, I believe if one's priorities are set straight home, and the extra money going towards that project is from their own private service, I don't think it is a problem at all. Did that answer your question?
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I think there's one more question that I saw. This is from iPhone. Oh no, Asphalt also. Asphalt says communication styles. Are there any? Counselor, this is for you. Then iPhone says my mom told me that sex, honesty, and communication is important. This is from iPhone to Veronica K. Denchi. Counselor, no see what they are. Then Mutala Ibrahim Akugri says, why is it that marriage in the olden days lasts longer and better than these days? Counselor, you answer that, please. And Vivian goes, thanks so much, Reverend. As a fresh mother-in-law, I have learned to mind my business and poke nose in my and not to poke. I think she would say and not to poke nose in my son's marriage unless otherwise. So, Counselor, can you please answer those 3 questions? Then we will let you go, please.
Yeah, what questions?
The first one is from Asphalt. It says any communication styles.
Styles.
Yeah, communication.
No, it differs. It depends on your partner. So we can be, there's some people when they go to places, they don't speak. They use their eyes to communicate to their partners, and they understand when things are going wrong. Somebody can see the face of the partner and they know that the person is getting angry, and they know the right things to do to calm them down. So that is why I was saying that you need to learn to know who your partner is so you can be able to communicate to suit who they are. Then the two of us will have peace. So the styles are there, differs from everybody. There are some of the people that when they are angry, you don't need also to be angry with them. All they need is your calmness and holding them to say that, calm down, it is okay, we'll be fine, calm down. Some people, when you do that to them, they're okay. And some of them too, when they're angry, they just want you to walk out. Otherwise, it will bring heat. So it depends on everyone and how they want to be communicated to. There's some people, when you sit them quietly to have a beautiful communication, it won't end well. Anyhow you do it, there will be fight. So what do? Some of them just want to be talking, just listen. All they want is to listen. And after you listen, say, thank you. I didn't know you took it this way. I'm sorry. It won't go that way again. When they are, you see, before you say that, you see they are calm. Then you come in. Please, can I also say something? You see, our tone and the words we use helps a lot. If you use the wrong words, you destroy everything. If you use the right tone and the right words, you make things work. So when the person is angry, you don't also need to be angry to answer or just give a cheeky, no. One must be a little smarter enough to know that this words I'm going to use will later cause a lot. So why don't you come down and be sweet and calm the person down? Then you ask, can I also talk? Then maybe you can also come out. And whilst you are speaking, sometimes some people, whilst they're speaking, hold your hands. Some of them just get close. You'll be able to calm them down and speak your words and they will listen. And some of them don't get close. Stay back and talk peacefully when they are okay. Because sometimes if you get too close, they will hit you. Depending on who your partner is and who you are working with. So anyone or whoever you work with have ways that can make them feel comfortable to respond to you. So it differs. What's the other question?
The other question was like, iPhone, Veronica says, my mom told me that sex, honesty, and communication is important. I mean, I don't think that's a question, but the question, the real question here is Mutala Ibrahim's questions. Why is it that marriages in the olden days last longer than those of these days?
Times have changed. The olden days, we didn't have the social media. They
didn't have Dubai to go for vacation.
We didn't have. We're not open to so many things. The world was just small. In our corner, we are good. But here, things have changed. And as things change. People were born and trained in different ways. In the olden days, the way they do things, this family go to ask about this family, and that's how they marry. And that is it. But in these days, we travel out. We are not in Ghana. We are in different countries. and we want to work with people we think we are comfortable with. So time has changed. It's not the same as the olden days. So it can never be the same as the olden days. They have their way of living. We have our way of living, and we are open to so many things. And really, the truth be told, we are lucky to have much education. We are lucky to have much information, but we are the worst ones. Because we are abusing the information, we are not using them in the right way. Even though most of them back then didn't have the opportunities we have today, but they were able to pick the little they have and make use of it. Some were not that good, some endured in that marriages, they couldn't speak about it. But today, some have the opportunity to speak. So it differs how you be able to handle the change and the atmosphere we are in. So the old ones cannot be the same as now. The older, this generation, they have too much information, and everybody ready is for revenge. I fight you, you fight me, I fight you. So it's like a competition. You do me, I do you, and it's not like that. So it's making it difficult for us to stay together. Because somebody want to be a boss, somebody want to bully this one. I won't keep quiet. Listen, submission is not foolishness. Let's make this clear. If you're looking for submission, don't ever expect a woman to succumb to your abuse. That is not submission. Submission is not for a woman to shut up when she's dying. Submission is not for a woman to be ordered around when she cannot speak her mind. That is not submission. That is foolishness. Submission is when I give you the honor and respect as my head. And therefore, before I take a step to do anything, I need your permission to do it with love. I come to you that I cannot decide the no because I'm not alone again. You are my head now. I need your permission. I need your wisdom. I need your direction. Let's talk. That is a mission. I'm respecting you to rule and to lead me. You don't fool that person. You don't abuse her. You don't order her because you are the man. Let's stop it. And know that if the woman says you are my head, she's not saying she doesn't have a voice. She's not saying she should be beaten. But what she's saying is that she believes in you, that you're a better ruler, you're a better, leader that can lead her. You carry much wisdom that when she brings her vision idea, you'll be able to expand this for her. So she can lay low for you and say that my Lord, my boss, and my friend, I know when I come to you, my life is better. That is a mystery.
Counselor,
Yes.
what if say, Obade Nyensa say, Beba the GBA?
I said, no, who are the Bema Jimmy for Papa? I said, I beg a worry Nabel. Bible said, not Nabel Dinia, Bema Quasia. Who are the be out bread to Obana and say,
So how do you submit? How do you submit to Beba GB for?
That's how happen of Aquasia to one day. If I defy a bomb saying no more.
Counselor, you never say so by Nyankopo Israel or your case here. Mr. Abota Thompson, A class by Mama Counselor sign out message by why. And I say, Yenimsa when I made it here, HRTV studios, I had him say, and also no. Media, the time with Thompson. So we are so grateful to have you. 3 weeks in a row is not easy. It's not easy, and we are very, very grateful. And I'm saying to be a seminar in Sabekau. A class, Mr. Mo, sign a message. Now, Emma Counselor Koda.
Counselor,
Yes.
Unshrao.
Amen.
It's not easy to have you on 3 on a row. And easy cry, and every single baby and our baby and also no. The numbers keep on increasing, and we really appreciate it a lot. And we say, God richly bless you and continue to open your doors to greater heights. We can't say much more than that. Say, Yakupo Insha, and Koson Tugusu. And no more be able to be ano, or manning Insha. And that's it, so it was some person, a foot so what they are my answer. And we believe, say, a chima so able to me afa, a moon is some more. Na umetimi ade abobra ne wori shomu se yakopon ebekoso so aboy na ho ban until the day he calls us all. God bless you.
Counselor, before I come, Michelle, Ebusha for me the information out to all the platforms, social media, YouTube, Startups in Ghana, HITV, PQ for essence, so my personal Facebook and YouTube HITV. So it's also there to Zoom hand say to more Zoom than I know, so you guys have seen it. +233 552 369 403 and an email address near Mrs. Odro 5@gmail.com. The number 5. So Mrs. MRS Odro ODURO, the number 5@gmail.com. It's Mr. And right underneath that, your chat room, no WhatsApp chat room, social media. If you click on the link, it will automatically just takes you over there and suggest all the topics that you want to hear. Counselor Edawa say more great messages nearby. Veronica said thank you and have a pleasant night. Your friend is say Cecilia say thank you and have Veronica said thank you very much for your important discussion. Cecilia said thank you, have a blessed night. So many different messages and thankful, grateful messages and gratitudes coming from all different angles, all social media. Yeah, that was it. Nyankopon koswan ka ho. They be say share biom in the future, but ebusiafo until then they be say share nyamba next week right here on the same time, 6 p.m. on the same show, Time with Tatapsen on HRTV. This time around, you better Tatapsen Q&A session whereby people have questions, would send in their account, any issues that you have. This is what we're gonna get it solved. Say if you're after customer service, you can't even get hold of them. Please, this is the good time for you to ask all your questions. But we will hang up the curtains on your furniture, Facebook and YouTube, and the Zoom account will be open. So be or Facebook, YouTube, what question be consider Tatapsen. Please click the link to the furniture in the Zoom ne braso ne afidie ye ntwetwe komo amse. Edama se Nyankopon ka mo. Ye be se share da sene. Bye bye.